ahead of Blake Kruger. JD Ellis. Danny Van Ruyen is P2, 0.1 ahead of Lewis now. In Mountain Straight is P8, 0.5 behind Blake Kruger. In Mountain Straight is P8, 0. Danny Van Ruyen from Netherlands in Quarry Bend is second, 0.6 behind Melvin Goes. 55 minutes remaining in the session. From South Africa in McPhillamy Park is P4, 0.3 behind Lewis now. From South JD Ellis in the Dipper is 6th, 0.7 ahead of Blake Kruger. Jake Owens is 14th, 0.7 ahead of Blake Kruger. Is 14th. Danny Van Ruyen in Conrad Strait is P2, 0.2 behind Melvin Goes. Melvin Goes was 0.5 faster last lap. Jake Owens exiting pits. Mike McGeer from South Africa in Conrad Strait is 80, 0.3 behind Keen Goes. Danny Van Ruyen in pit straight is P2, 0.4 behind Melvin Goes. Mike McGeer in Hell Corner is 7th, 0.4 ahead of Keen Goes. Mike McGeer was 3.5 faster last lap. Mike McGeer was 3.5 faster. Dylan Visagie from South Africa in Quarry Bend is 4th, 0.1 behind Lewis now. Dylan Visagie was 2.3 faster last lap. Mike McGeer in Quarry Bend is 7th, 0.2 ahead of Keen Goes. Danny Van Ruyen in Skyline is 2nd, 0.4 behind Melvin Goes. Mike McGeer is 6th, 0.5 behind Michelle Russ. Announcer bot is active. Dylan Van Wyck from South Africa is 1st. Michelle Rust from Namibia is 2nd. Dylan Van Wyck in 2nd. SE is P2. Michelle Rust in Torrentino is 2nd. Best lap is a 1:19.949. Dylan Van Wyck in Kavamuro is P1. Best lap is a 1:19.361. Michelle Rust is P2. Mike McGeer from South Africa is P4. Dylan Van Wyck is P1. Mike McGeer is third. Michelle Rust is second. Mike McGeer is P3. Michelle Rust in Torrentino is first driving a Honda. Best lap is a 1:18.948. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Dylan Van Wyck is second. Peter Grobler in second. SE is P4. Michelle Rust is first. Mike McGeer in second. SE is P3. Dylan Van Wyck in Cavatrillaggio is P3. Keen Goes from Namibia in Cavatrillaggio is 6th. Mike McGeer is first driving a Honda. Best lap is a 1:18.630. Michelle Rust is P2. Mike McGeer is P1. Michelle Rust in Kavamuro is P2. Ryan from South Africa is fourth. Michelle Rust in second. SE is P2. Keen goes in Kavatrilacho is sixth. Michelle Rust in Kava SE Tornantino is P3. Keen goes is sixth. Ryan is P5. Keen goes in second. SE is sixth. Mike McGear in second. SE is first. Dylan Van Wyck in second. SE is fifth. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Keen goes is P6. Best lap is a 1:21.019. Dylan Van Wyck in Kava SE Tornantino is P5 driving a Volkswagen. Peter Grobler is third. Keen goes in Kavatrilacho is P6. Best lap is a 1:20.308. Dylan Van Wyck is fifth. Keen goes is sixth. Peter Grobler is third. Keen goes is sixth. Dylan Van Wyck is fifth. Keen goes is 6th. Michelle Rust from Namibia in Kavatrilacho is P4. Keen goes in Kavatrilacho is P6. Dylan Van Wyck from South Africa is 6th. Keen goes in Kervone is P7. Jaco Weiss from Namibia is 4th. Minutes remaining in the session. Keen goes is 7th. Mike McGeer is P2. Keen goes in Prima SE is P7. Jaco Weiss from Namibia is P1. Keen goes is 7th. Best lap is a 1:19.673. Mike McGeer is 2nd. Keen goes from Namibia in Prima SE is 7th. Mike McGear is second. Keen goes in prima SE is P6. Jaco Wies is P1. Keen goes in Kavamuro is 5th. Best lap is a 1:18.762. Mike McGear is second. Michelle Rust from Namibia is P6. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Keen goes in Kavatrilajo is 5th. Michelle Rust is P7 driving a Honda. Keen goes is P5. Ryan is 3rd. Peter Grobler is 4th. Ryan in Torrentino is 3rd. Best lap is a 1:18.137. Peter Grobler in Kvaveke box is 4th. Best lap is a 1:18.214. Melvin goes from Namibia is P8. Mike McGear in Kvaveke box is P2. Best lap is a 1:17.689. Dylan Van Wyck is 6th. Ryan is P3 driving a BMW. Best lap is a 1:18.074. Melvin goes in Kavamuro is P8. Mike McGear from South Africa is P2. Keen goes from Namibia is P5. Melvin goes is 8th. Mike McGear is 2nd. Five minutes remaining in the session. Ryan is 4th. Michelle Rust is P5. Best lap is a 1:18.688. Keen goes is 6th. Mike McGear in Curvone is 2nd. Peter Grobler in Kvaveke box is P3. Best lap is a 1:18.001. Michelle Rust in Kvaveke box is P5. Melvin goes is P8. Michelle Rust in Cavamonte Spirello is P5. Keen goes is 6th. Michelle Rust is P5. Jaco Weiss is 1st. Mike McGear is P2. Keen goes is P6. Mike McGear is P2. Peter Grobler is third. Keen goes is sixth. Peter Grobler is P3. Keen goes is P6. Mike McGear is second. Keen goes in Cavasi Tornantino is sixth. Ryan in Kavaveke box is fourth. Mike McGear in Kavamuro is P2 driving a Honda. Keen goes is sixth. Mike McGear in Kavazampini is second driving a Honda. Keen goes in Kavaveke box is P6. Mike McGear in Kavaveke box is P2. Keen goes is sixth. Mike McGear is P2. Keen goes is P6 driving a BMW. Keen goes is P6 driving a BMW. Announcer bot is active. The qualification session is at Autodromo di Umbria in Magione, Italy. The wind speed is 14 km/h from the north-northeast. Dylan Van Wyck is P2. Michel Rust from Namibia in Kavamonti Spurello is 3rd. Ryan from South Africa is P6. Ryan is up 14.46 in Torrentino. Ryan is up 14.59 in Curvone. Ryan improved his first with a 1:18.866. Dylan Van Wyck is 4th. Dylan Van Wyck improved his P2 with a 1:20.161. 1.295 off pole. Jaco Wies is 4th. Jaco Wies is provisional pole with a 1:18.068. Ryan is 2nd. Ryan is up 0.22 in Torrentino. Ryan is up 0.53 in Curvone. Ryan improved his P2 with a 1:18.676. 0.608 off pole. Dylan Van Wyck is 5th. Dylan Van Wyck improved his 5th with a 1:20.087. 2.399 off pole. Ryan is P3. Jaco Wies is provisional pole with a 1:17.348. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Ryan is up 0.26 in Torrentino. Ryan is up 0.28 in Curvone. Ryan improved his P3 with a 1:17.999. 0.651 off pole. Dylan Van Wyck is 7th. Dylan Van Wyck improved his 7th with a 1:19.976. 2.628 off pole. Keen goes is P6. Keen goes is up 0.16 in Cavamonti Spurello. Ryan is P3 up 0.14. Best lap is a 1:17.999. 0.651 off pole. Mike McGeer from South Africa in Kavazampini is P2. Dylan Van Wyck from South Africa is P7 up 0.27. Michelle Rust is 6th. Jaco Weiss is provisional pole with a 1:17.199. Michelle Rust improved is P4 with a 1:18.483. 1.284 off pole. Evan Liu is 9th. Evan Liu improved is P9 with a 1:20.761. 3.562 off pole. Dylan Van Wyck is 7th. Dylan Van Wyck is up 0.66 in Kavamuro. Mike McGeer in Cavamonte Spirello is P2 up 0.07. Dylan Van Wyck in Kavazampini is P7. Dylan Van Wyck improved is 7th with a 1:19.709. 2.510 off pole. Evan Liu is P9. Keen Goes from Namibia in Kavamonte Spirello is P5 up 0.12. Keen Goes improved is P5 with a 1:18.806. 1.607 off pole. Mike McGeer is 2nd. Mike McGeer is up 0.25 in Kavazampini. Mike McGeer improved is P2 with a 1:17.619. 0.420 off pole. Michelle Rust is P4. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Peter Grobler in 2nd. SE is P6. Peter Grobler improved his P5 with a 1:18.776. 1.577 off pole. Mike McGeer is P2. Mike McGeer is up 0.01 in Cavamonte Spirello. Ryan in 2nd. SE is P3. Peter Grobler in Cavamonte Spirello is P5 up 0.05. Peter Grobler improved is 5th with a 118.716. 1.517 off pole. Dylan Van Wyck from South Africa is P7. Best lap is a 119.709. 2.510 off pole. Peter Grobler is 5th. Peter Grobler is up 0.13 in Kawamura. Peter Grobler is up 0.33 in Cavamonte Sporello. Peter Grobler improved his P5 with a 118.532. 1.333 off pole. Peter Grobler is up 0.15 in Cavazzi Torrentino. Keen goes in second. Se is 6th. Mike McGear is second, up 0.14. Peter Grobler in Prima SE is 5th, driving a Lada. Peter Grobler improved his P4 with a 118.216. 1.017 off pole. Mike McGear is P2. Mike McGear is up 0.07 in Cavazampini. Mike McGear improved his P2 with a 117.562. 0.363 off pole. Peter Grobler is P4. Peter Grobler is up 0.39 in Curvone. Melvin Goes is P8. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Peter Grobler is 4th. Peter Grobler is up 0.18 in Cavazampini. Peter Grobler improved his 4th with a 118.210. 1.011 off pole. Dylan Van Wyck is P7. Dylan Van Wyck improved his P7 with a 119.449. 2.250 off pole. Mike McGear is P2. Mike McGear improved his P2 with a 117.476. 0.277 off pole. Melvin Goes from Namibia in Cavamonte Sporello is 8th, up 1.61. Melvin Goes improved his P8 with a 120.107. 2.908 off pole. Keen Goes is P6. Ryan is P3. Mike McGear is second. Jaco Weiss from Namibia is first. Announcer bot is active. race session is at Autodromo di Umbria in Magione, Italy. The wind speed is 14 km/h from the north-northeast. Jayco Weezes P1. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Mike McGeer from South Africa in Kuvatrilajo is P3. Jayco Weez from Namibia in Tornantino is P1. Mike McGeer is second. Jayco Weez in Cavamonte Spirello is first. Peter Grobler in second. SE is P6. Peter Grobler passed Evan Luke for P5. Jayco Weez in Cava SE Tornantino is P1, 0.9 ahead of Mike McGeer. Peter Grobler in Cavamuro is P6 driving a Lada, 0.2 ahead of Michel Rust. Michel Rust from Namibia in Kervone is 6th, 0.1 behind Evan Luke. Keen goes from Namibia in second. SE is P9, 0.5 behind Dylan Van Wyck. Keen goes past Dylan Van Wyck for P8. Michel Rust in Kuvatrilajo is P6 battling Evan Luke. Jayco Weez in Cavamuro is P1, 0.4 ahead of Mike McGeer. Peter Grobler on lap 3 is 7th, 0.5 behind Michel Rust. Jayco Weez in Cavazampini is first driving a Volkswagen, 0.4 ahead of Mike McGeer. Peter Grobler in Prima SE is 7th driving a Lada, 0.4 behind Melvin Goes. Jaco Wies in Torrentino on lap 4 is first, 0.6 ahead of Mike McGear. Peter Grobler is 6th, 0.4 ahead of Melvin Goes. Keen Goes is P8, 0.2 behind Melvin Goes. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Michel Rust in Cavamonte Spirello is P5, 0.2 behind Evan Liu. Michel Rust passed Evan Liu for P4. Jaco Wies in Cavavecchia box on lap 5 is P1, 0.6 ahead of Mike McGear. Keen Goes in Cavavecchia box is 7th, 0.3 ahead of Melvin Goes. Keen Goes was 1.6 faster last lap. Peter Grobler is P5, 0.4 ahead of Evan Liu. Peter Grobler was 1.3 faster last lap. Jaco Wies in second. SE is first, 0.6 ahead of Mike McGear. Peter Grobler in second. SE is 5th driving a Lada, 0.3 behind Michel Rust. Dylan Van Wyck from South Africa in Cavatrilicho is P9, 0.4 behind Melvin Goes. Peter Grobler is P5, 0.3 behind Michel Rust. Dylan Van Wyck is P9, 0.7 behind Melvin Goes. Peter Grobler in Cavamonte Spirello on lap 6 is P5, 0.8 behind Michel Rust. Dylan Van Wyck in Prima SE is 7th, 0.2 ahead of Melvin Goes. Peter Grobler is 5th, 0.6 behind Michel Rust. Jaco Wies in Cavazampini on lap 7 is P1, 1.4 ahead of Mike McGear. Peter Grobler in Kvazampini is 5th, 0.9 behind Michel Rust. Jaco Weiss in Kvaveka box is 1st, 1.3 ahead of Mike McDeer. Peter Grobler in Kvaveka box is 5th, 0.9 behind Michel Rust. Minutes remaining in the session. Keen goes in Kavasi Tornantino is P9, 0.7 behind Melvin goes. Peter Grobler in Cavamonte Spirello is P5 driving Alata, 0.3 behind Michel Rust. Keen goes in Curvone is P9, 0.3 behind Melvin goes. Keen goes past Melvin goes for P8. Keen goes lost P8 to Melvin goes. Mike McDeer is P2, 2.2 behind Jaco Weiss. Keen goes in Curvone is 9th driving a BMW, 0.2 behind Melvin goes. Keen goes past Melvin goes for P8. Peter Grobler is P5 driving Alata, 0.7 behind Michel Rust. Melvin goes from Namibia is 9th. Peter Grobler is 5th, 0.5 behind Michel Rust. Ryan from South Africa is 3rd. Peter Grobler is 5th. Best lap is a 1:18.282. 1.269 off the fastest lap. Keen goes in Cavamonte Spirello is P8, 0.5 ahead of Melvin goes. Keen goes lost P8 to Melvin goes. Peter Grobler is P5, 0.9 behind Michel Rust. Keen goes in Kvatrilacho is 9th, 0.3 behind Melvin Goes. Melvin Goes was 11.0 faster last lap. Peter Grobler in second. SE is P5, 0.3 behind Michel Rust. Keen Goes is 9th, 0.2 behind Melvin Goes. Keen Goes past Melvin Goes for 8th. Keen Goes lost P8 to Melvin Goes. Peter Grobler in Curvone is 5th, 0.3 behind Michel Rust. Keen Goes in Kvavecka box is P9, 0.2 behind Melvin Goes. Peter Grobler in Kvavecka box is P5, 0.4 behind Michel Rust. The leader has just finished the race. Jaco Weiss finished first. Mike McDeer finished P2. Keen Goes finished 8th. Melvin Goes finished 9th. Ryan finished P3. Michel Rust finished P4. Peter Grobler finished 5th. Evan Liu finished P6. Michel Rust finished 4th. Announcer bot is active. Keen Goes from Namibia is first. The race session is at Autodromo di Umbria in Magione, Italy. The wind speed is 7 km/h from the north-northeast. Evan Liu is first. "20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start." Michel Rust from Namibia in Kavaveke box is fifth. Evan Liu in Tornantino is P1. Mike McGeer from South Africa is P7. Monte Spirello is third. Keen goes from Namibia is ninth. Ryan entering the pits is first. Peter Grobler is P3, 0.2 ahead of Jaco Weiss. Ryan from South Africa is first. Ryan exiting pits. Ryan lost 8th to Melvin Goes. Keen Goes is P8 battling Melvin Goes. Peter Grobler in Kavazampini is second, 0.3 ahead of Jaco Weiss. Keen Goes from Namibia in second. SE is 7th, 0.4 ahead of Melvin Goes. Peter Grobler in Kavaveka box is second. Best lap is a 1:18.585. 0.531 off the fastest lap. Keen Goes is 7th, 0.2 ahead of Melvin Goes. Peter Grobler is P2, 0.1 ahead of Jaco Weiss. Peter Grobler lost second to Jaco Weiss. Keen Goes in Curvone is 7th, 0.2 ahead of Melvin Goes. Keen Goes lost P7 to Melvin Goes. Dylan Van Wyck from South Africa is 6th. Evan Lou is first, 0.3 ahead of Jaco Weiss. Jaco Weiss was 0.7 faster last lap. Ryan is 9th. Keen Goes in Kavamuro is 8th, 0.4 behind Melvin Goes. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Jaco Weiss from Namibia is P1, 0.6 ahead of Evan Lou. Jaco Weiss was 0.7 faster last lap. Evan Lou is P2, 0.1 ahead of Peter Grobler. Keen Goes in Kavatrilajo is 8th, 0.1 behind Melvin Goes. Michelle Rust is 5th, 0.1 behind Mike McGear. Keen Goes from Namibia is 8th, 0.2 behind Melvin Goes. Keen Goes past Melvin Goes for 7th. Keen Goes lost 7th to Melvin Goes. Evan Lou in Cavatrillajo is 2nd, 0.4 ahead of Peter Grobler. Peter Grobler is P3. Keen Goes in Kavaveke box is 8th, 0.2 behind Melvin Goes. Keen Goes past Melvin Goes for 7th. Peter Grobler in Curvone is P3, 0.2 ahead of Mike McGear. Peter Grobler lost 4th to Michel Rust. Keen Goes is 7th, 0.1 ahead of Melvin Goes. Dylan Van Wyck is P6. Melvin Goes from Namibia is P7, 4.5 ahead of Keen Goes. Keen Goes in Cavatrillajo is 8th, 0.7 behind Melvin Goes. Jaco Weiss is first, 4.1 ahead of Mike McGear. Peter Grobler in Cavatrillajo is P5. Best lap is a 1:17.627. 0.240 off the fastest lap. Keen Goes in Prima SE is P8, 0.2 behind Melvin Goes. Keen Goes is now P9. Ryan in Cavatrillajo on lap 8 is P7, 0.1 ahead of Melvin Goes. 10 minutes remaining in the session. In Kavaveke box is P9, 0.3 behind Melvin Goes. Keen Goes past Melvin Goes for 8th. Jaco Weiss is P1, 4.4 ahead of Mike McGear. Peter Grobler in Cavatrillajo is 5th, 0.2 behind Michel Rust. Ryan in Kavazampini is P7, 0.4 ahead of Keen Goes. Peter Grobler in Cavamuro is 5th. 0.3 behind Michel Rust. Keen goes in Kvavecka box is 8th. 0.4 ahead of Melvin goes. Keen goes lost 8th to Melvin goes. Peter Grobler in Prima SE is 5th. 0.3 behind Michel Rust. Trilogo is 3rd driving a Volkswagen, 0.4 ahead of Michel Rust. Keen goes in Cavamonte Spirello is 9th, 0.2 behind Melvin goes. Evan Liu in Cavamuro is 3rd. Best lap is a 1:18.601. 1.214 off the fastest lap. Keen goes is 8th driving a BMW, 0.3 ahead of Melvin goes. Keen goes lost 8th to Melvin goes. Jaco Wies is 1st. Evan Liu in Cavatrilogo is 3rd, 0.1 ahead of Peter Grobler. Peter Grobler in Kvavecka box is P4, 0.3 ahead of Michel Rust. Keen goes from Namibia is 9th, 0.2 behind Melvin goes. Peter Grobler in Curvone is P4, 0.3 ahead of Michel Rust. Evan Liu in 2nd.se is 3rd, 0.2 ahead of Peter Grobler. Dylan Van Wyck is 6th. Five minutes remaining in the session. Evan Liu in Torrentino is 3rd, 0.3 ahead of Peter Grobler. Peter Grobler is P4. Keen goes in Cavatrilogo is 9th, 0.3 behind Melvin goes. Mike McGeer entering the pits is 2nd. Evan Liu is P2. Keen goes is P9, 0.1 behind Melvin Goes. Keen goes past Melvin Goes for 8th. Evan Lewis P2, 0.4 ahead of Michelle Rust. Melvin Goes is 8th driving a BMW. Keen Goes from Namibia in Kavatrilajo is 9th, 0.3 behind Melvin Goes. Melvin Goes was 0.9 faster last lap. Dylan Van Wyck is P6. Peter Grobler in Torrentino on lap 14 is P4, 0.4 behind Michelle Rust. Keen Goes in Curvone is P9, 0.1 behind Melvin Goes. Jaco Weiss in Prima SE is P1. Michelle Rust is 3rd, 0.3 behind Evan Liu. Keen Goes in Kavaveke box is P8, 0.2 ahead of Melvin Goes. Keen Goes was 1.3 faster last lap. Evan Liu in Torrentino is 2nd. Best lap is a 1:18.472. 1.085 off the fastest lap. Keen Goes is 8th, 0.1 ahead of Melvin Goes. Keen Goes lost 8th to Melvin Goes. Peter Grobler in Kavazampini is P3, 0.4 ahead of Michelle Rust. Keen Goes from Namibia in Kavatrilajo is P9, 0.2 behind Melvin Goes. Evan Liu in Torrentino on lap 16 is P2, 0.6 ahead of Peter Grobler. Keen Goes is 8th, 0.2 ahead of Melvin Goes. Evan Liu in Cavamonte Spirello is P2, 0.3 ahead of Peter Grobler. Mike McDeer in 2nd. SE is P5, 4.0 behind Michelle Rust. Evan Liu is P3 battling Peter Grobler. Evan Liu passed Peter Grobler for P2. Ryan is 7th. The leader has just finished the race. Jaco Weiss finished P1. Evan Liu finished P2. Peter Grobler finished 3rd. Michelle Rust finished 4th. Keen Goes finished P8. Mike McGeer finished P5. Dylan Van Wyck finished 6th. Ryan finished 7th. Melvin Goes finished P9.